Okay. You haven't made an amateur review in basically a year, and you can obviously make these videos more often than you do. So stop procrastinating and pick a set, dang it! Okay, let's see here. Wow, I got out so many, I don't know which one to pick. Wait a minute. I know which one. It's the most obvious choice. I choose this one. I mean, look at it. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little ship. Let's review this one. Okay, time to get started. Aw, shoot! It's that epic review thing! It's back! Woo! How long has it been? A year? 2 years? Who cares? I'm talking about a set right now, so let's just start! Woo! Yeah! So today's set is the Lego City Mars Research Shuttle. Pretty strange that this is a city set because it's nowhere near a city. In fact, the box art showed it in space. But let's not get into that. I just want to start talking about it. So, as usual, I'm going to talk about the minifigures first, which there are only 2 of, despite it being a pretty large ship. I'm kind of surprised they couldn't add like 1 or 2 more figures. It's pretty strange. But anyways, let's not get distracted. Get this garbage. Oh no. Stay with me. Oh God, apply CPR. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. It's not working. Oh God, I killed her. I'm sorry. Why, God? Why? It's a miracle, you guys. I brought the astronaut back to life using dark magic. But in the process, I lost 20 years in my life expectancy. But it was worth it. Anyways, first off, we have this white astronaut with a big helmet and a little bit of orange detailing, and the other minifigure is the opposite. It has orange but with a little bit of white and a smaller helmet. Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but although these figures look completely different with the faces and the helmets, they're actually similar with the detailing on their suits. Let me show you. It's got that one. It's got the same little logo over there, but it's just a different color. It's really strange. Do these minifigures suits serve different purposes? I don't understand. I just don't get it. But instead of thinking about that, let's talk about those things now. Let's forget. So, these are the things that I am going to talk about. Let's start with the most simpler thing, this rock thing. I'm saying that a lot. So, the pieces on top of this are one of the main aspects of this set. Similar to how the Lego City Mining had the gold pieces, this theme has those. As you can see, they have these little bits showing on the outside of them, which is a hint to when you separate them and look at the other side, you can see that there's these little shiny rock pieces, these shiny little crystals on the inside. I'm not sure why these astronauts are looking for shiny little crystal things in rocks, but I guess they just like them. Anyways, on the little simple build that these are connected to, they have a little sticker on one of the pieces that has some elements on it. One, I think, is H2O. The rest, I don't know what they are. They're hard to make out. I'm not sure why it looks like this, why they couldn't use something else. But next up, which I think has a part in this, is this little drone thing. I'm not sure why there's a drone in Mars. I really don't think that there's a way for this thing to fly in Mars, but oh well, I'm just gonna move on. So I assume this thing's just gonna be like bzz, scanning for shiny crystal things and rocks. Oh wait, what's this? And then it just puts this little scanner thing to reveal nothing. It's a scam. It doesn't really do anything. This is just a red translucent piece of a book cover connected to this, so it doesn't do much, but I guess it's supposed to pretend to be like a scanner, and then it's like, oh shoot, I'm rich, I found the stuff, and then it just flies away to tell the humans. So I guess that's cool. Anyways, let's move on to this rover thing. So this is a pretty big rover. It's almost the size of the minifigure. In fact, I think it's bigger than the minifigure. That's pretty interesting how big it is. It has a solar panel so it can charge itself. It doesn't need any like batteries. So it's self-sustaining. That's good. That's good for the environment. It also has this little laser thing at the side of it, which I assume you take the little rocks and you just go bzzz, and it just breaks off like choo. And then, which leads to this part, grabbing it, this little claw thing, which you can control with a little nub. So you can use your thumb and just pick it up like this, and then take it to wherever it goes, and you can like turn the whole thing too on this little swivel. But I don't really do that. I don't know like why I don't use that much. It also has these little light things. I'm not sure why it has light things, but maybe it doesn't really matter because it's a Lego set item. I like to imagine, like, I know this isn't a head, but I like to imagine this is a head. Like, it just walks over to the astronaut and says, "Hello, fellow astronaut worker." And then the astronaut's just standing there like, "Oh my God, you can talk!" That was close. I almost forgot to talk about the most important part of this set. This thing. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, but Collie, this is just a stupid box with some bricks on top of it. And all I really have to say to that is, you're wrong and you're stupid. You see, it has to do with these things. You take the little rock thing and you open the box and you put them in the stupid box thing, as you call it, and you see these bricks on top of it, these stupid irrelevant bricks with the orange on the bottom of it. Yeah, those are actually jets. So basically it flies up into the air in the Mars atmosphere to the ship, which is supposed to be in the air, I think, and then it just takes the rock to the ship, and something in the ship just brings us inside of it. Or, you know, it could just like fly off course into the atmosphere out of the planetary pole or whatever, and just fly into space forever like this. And there you go. All those resources on Earth wasted. They'll never see that again. Oh well, we'll just make another one. All right, we have finally reached the final item in the set, the biggest item in the set, the piece of resistance, the shuttle. Now, looking on the outside, it's got that pretty standard shuttle look. If you look behind here with the thrusters, which these are the thrusters, by the way, they're pretty nice. You look above the thrusters, they've got these little wings on them. And on these wings, it's got stickers with the logo of the Mars research people. I like how it gives them a little more individuality than the other usual space sets that we see for City or other space sets in general. If you've noticed, there's this little trap door thing behind or under the wing, I should say. That's not really anything special. Basically, it's just like hiding bare bones pieces, I guess, or maybe that's part of the engine for the shuttles. I don't know. Basically, we're not supposed to see this, and it's supposed to make sure that it holds it in this spot, I guess, and to make it seem like there's nothing in there. Anyways, the wings got some stickers too. It's got this piece with a sticker on it, and it has these numbers. I don't know what these numbers mean. For all I know, they could be some strange language the secret society uses to contact each other. Next up, the bottom, it's got wheels. It's not floating. It is on wheels. It has this many wheels on the bottom. I'm sure for like moving on the ground as it's going up or as it's landing, or maybe it's just moving on the ground. Who knows? So that's basically the outside, but what about the inside? Can we look inside? It doesn't look like there's a way in. But wait, what's that thing? I'm just gonna use my fingernail to, oh my goodness, it's like magic. Wow, there's so much more space and stuff to talk about. Hooray! Let's start with the front part. This is the pilot seat, obviously. Basically just put your guy in there and he sits in there. You may have noticed there's some part of it that the figure can't sit on. That's for the air tanks because they take up space, and obviously because of that these figures can't sit in a generic Lego chair. So these are specifically designed for them. That's pretty nice. It's pretty good that they get their own little chair. There's one in the back too, and this has a little terminal on the front with a screen, so he has something to look at. I'm assuming this is for a camera somewhere outside of the ship, or maybe it's for this thing. I don't know. There's something behind here. This is a special spot for the little box jet thing. Just goes in there. That's where it goes. It fits in there just like a glove. And that's all you can fit in here. You can't put anything else. You can't put the little drone. You can put them in there. You can put the rocks in the drone thing, but you can't close the thing, the hatch after. You can't even put the rover in there. Just try it. You can't. See you just cut it out. Just stop. You can't do it. It's impossible, dude. Dude, you're crushing him. Stop. You're crushing him. He's dying. That's basically all I have to say about this set, really. I mostly have a positive opinion about it. I enjoy how it has more stuff than just the shuttle and the figures, and that how the shuttle can hold not all, but at least some of the items. One of the only problems that I have about this set, one of the only things that bothers me is like the color scheme and some of the like technology being used on it, and including the little thing that they're doing, the gem rock hunting. It kind of reminds me of something, but I don't know what. It's on the tip of my tongue. I feel like I've seen this before, but oh yeah, I remember. It was prepare for landing.
Ah yes, we've finally done it, Jonathan. We are the first 2 people on Mars.
I can see it now. A farm or two over there, some refineries in that direction, and hold on, what in blazes is that thing? I'm as puzzled as you are, boss. This looks like it could be some strange ancient doorway to some underground facility, but that's impossible because we're supposed to be the first life forms on this planet. There's no one else, right? Yes, Fleep Florb, Schleeb Clorb, greetings. I am greeting you in my native alien language. Wow, I can't believe it. It's only been like 2 minutes, and we've already had our first friendly encounter with extraterrestrial life. Are you seeing this, William? Oh yeah, I'm seeing it, Jonathan, but do you know what else I'm seeing? Them crystals. Wow, look at them interesting crystals. Wow, these stupid aliens just left all these crystals here. Let's take as many as we can and then leave. They won't care. No, don't, Cribblestrog. Don't mind those crystals. They're important to my people's culture. Yeah, if you touch those, you could start a planetary war between Earth and Mars. Bring it on. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. This hole in the cockpit, in front of the cockpit area, yeah, this isn't a feature. This is just empty space left behind because this piece is designed to be a specific shape to just fit over this, so it doesn't have anything in it. It doesn't have anything that goes in there. It's just a little flaw in there. It's a simple empty spot. Shh! Don't tell anyone that I forgot to talk about this. Shh! You better shut your mouth.